The Sea of Japan borders the north coast of Chubu. Kanazawa on the coast is the major city. It was once the fourth largest city of Japan, but now, with its 500,000 inhabitants, it's no more than a small provincial city. Its vitality, however, gives it a prominent position. The train station is a good example. Glass and steel blend with traditional materials. For tradition has a strong presence here. The entrance to the station evokes a torii, the traditional Shinto gateway that marks the entrance to a sacred place. Clean lines, minimalist decor. But that doesn't mean the station is cold and impersonal. The train is part of Japanese culture, as is contemporary art, which has its own museum here in Kanazawa. The 21st Century Museum of Contemporary Art opened in 2004. The visitors are charmed by its light and the playful quality of the works. The Man Who Measures the Clouds by Jan Fabre is a fitting symbol for the museum. Where does play end and where does art begin? With works that are as recreational as they are creative, the spectator becomes actor. He becomes part of the work of art. In The Swimming Pool, a work by the Argentine Leandro Ehrlich, the illusion is perfect. The explanation is to be found underwater. The train is part of daily life for most Japanese. And in certain sushi restaurants, it's the Shinkansen itself that serves you your meal. Quick service, guaranteed. A touch screen to order, and the meal is delivered in a few seconds. When it's time to pay the bill, just count up the plates. The color indicates the price of each dish. The Omicho market has been serving the inhabitants of Kanazawa in seafood ever since it was founded at the beginning of the 18th century. Seaweed is a great favorite. In addition to fish, the connoisseurs can find a wide variety of vegetables and spices, like this root of a plant that comes from Asia, ginger. Going from one stand to the next, you can feast your eyes and delight your taste buds. The Kanazawa Castle belonged to the Maeda clan from the late 16th century on. Roofed with its distinctive whitish lead tiles, it's a very elegant fortress. It was destroyed by fire several times after it had resisted a number of sieges thanks to its perfectly assembled walls. In the middle of the 19th century, a lord of the Maeda clan had the Saisonkaku villa built for his mother. The villa now houses a collection of dolls that are supposed to keep children safe from evil spirits. In the garden, the tea ceremony would take place by lantern light. In the Kenrokuen garden, man admires nature, gives it support, and protects it. The garden was designed by another lord of the 17th century. The garden possesses the 6 attributes that make a perfect Japanese garden: panoramic views, spaciousness, artificiality, antiquity, seclusion, and of course an abundance of water. Here, before the oldest fountain in Japan, one can savor the simple beauty of nature. Nagamachi is the district where the samurai, a warrior caste, used to live. It is now an active center for the decorative arts, and in particular, one of Kanazawa's specialities, makie, the decoration of objects with lacquer and precious metals.
We use the lacquer like a glue, along with gold dust, silver, or platinum. When the object is dried, we apply another coat of lacquer. We brush off the remaining dust, we polish, and that's the process we follow for the makie.
Objects of such refinement have, of course, their price.
This is the most expensive fountain pen in Japan. It costs 15 million yen.
15 million yen, around 100,000 euros. Here in the Higashi district, lined with former geisha houses, the young women like to stroll around in the traditional costume.
I live in Kanazawa, and my friend here is visiting. We're wearing the kimono to have pleasant memories.
A geisha house, a chaya, is traditionally a two-story dwelling built of wood. Some of them here are still inhabited by geishas. The geisha is a highly trained hostess who, thanks to her culture, knows how to enliven the dinner party and make conversation with the guests. Her makeup and costume follow very strict rules. The maiko are the apprentice geishas. Their training, which is quite extensive, takes several years.
In any case, we teach them everything. Then they'll choose the discipline that best suits them. As there are very few maiko nowadays, they almost all have several specialties.